So let's dig a little deeper. I will tell you this, the deeper we go into the extra stuff with try and accept, the more sort of esoteric it becomes, meaning you won't use these things as much. Now, this part you might, because what this does is it allows you to catch the specific error that happens. So you remember before I had a value error when I ran this code without the try and accept, right? So let me recreate that real quick. Unindent my things here and let's run that. So I'm going to intentionally cause an error. And look, right here, value error. This is the error type. Now I can take that word right here and I can copy it. And now I can use that in my try and accept. Just like this, print. Okay, so now I can, based on the type of error, give the user specific feedback. Okay, so if I run this, now it works with the number. If I run it again and I give it that, it tells me that's not a valid number. Now, it's really hard to get to the generic exception because the error is occurring right here in int as I'm converting that. But let's just say I change this, and of course, PyCharm is going to recognize that I already screwed up and give me a hint. But I'm going to run this code anyway because maybe I know better than PyCharm. But I'm referencing a variable that doesn't exist here. So now that is no longer a type error, or a value error, sorry. That is something else. So if I run that, even if I have, okay, now I get my really terrible error message, something else happened. It doesn't help the user at all. But you can see how this error now is something other than what it does. And in fact, if I don't handle that error and I run this, because I'm not handling that type of error and I don't have the generic exception, I get the actual error message. So I get a name error. If I want to, I can copy that and I can create an exception for that. Now, a name error, it refers to the error you get if you reference a variable that doesn't exist, right? Is that a good error message?
No, because you should already catch that when you're trying to run your program.
Exactly. And can the user do anything about this? No. They can do something about this. So a good error message tells the user what they're supposed to do next. This and this, as far as the user goes, are the same thing. So if I uncomment all of this and I run this now, you can see it gives that error message. Yeah, I caught that, but it's useless. Now what are they supposed to do? They don't know what they're supposed to do because no matter what they enter, they're just getting that same error again. Useless. So while that is something I can catch, that's a tricky one because the user can't figure that out. Um, Luckily, that's an easier one for us to catch because PyCharm helps us with the little cheat code here. And so that one this one allows you to give more tailored feedback to the user based on the kind of error. It's moderately more helpful. But it is something to consider, though. If you have the possibility of different kinds of errors happening in that code block in the try, then it's worth using.